my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is all about how to save money by using the cash envelope system, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So if you're not new here, you'll know that I am a massive fan of the cash envelope system, and that combined with my budget planner has absolutely transformed my own finances. So I thought I would share with you some tips on how to save money by using the cash envelope system as opposed to using your card. And there's kind of, I guess, three strands to this video on how you can make cash envelopes work for you and how they can help you to save money, more importantly. So the first step is to use them for your weekly spending. So I have different setups, but I have a cash envelope system that is used weekly for our variable expenses. So things like food, petrol, miscellaneous, my kids, going out, everything that doesn't fit in the fixed expenses category in my budget has its own envelope. Now miscellaneous is a bit different because it just includes everything that doesn't fit in the others. But the way it works is that you put a certain amount of money in there in each envelope every week. And in theory, and this is the way that it helps save money, once you've spent what's in that envelope for that week, that is it. You have nothing left, you can't buy any more, and you'll have to wait till you next do your cash envelopes to have some more in that pot for that budget. That's how they're supposed to work, and if you stick to that, first of all, it can be really eye-opening when you're spending money, actual cash, as opposed to just tapping your card. And sometimes that in itself will make you think twice about picking, you know, like the things at the end of the aisles in a supermarket, like the offers. It might make you think twice about putting those in your basket or trolley if they weren't part of your meal plan anyway. And just that way saves you money and stops those spends getting out of control when they're not part of your plan. But also just the act of spending cash itself makes it much more real. I'm someone who shopping online can be quite a struggle for me because it doesn't feel as if I'm spending real money, and I know that sounds ridiculous as an adult. Of course I'm spending real money, it goes out of my bank account, I can see that I'm spending real money. However, it's too easy, and I'm not handing over anything, I'm just tapping numbers into my computer, which I do for millions of different other things as well, and that's it. And I've had to delete the Amazon app off my phone because one-click purchasing for me is too dangerous. And so by using cash envelopes and using cash, when that money runs out, in theory, and if you do it right, this is how this works, you wait until you replenish that envelope, whenever that might be. And if you followed my channel last year, you'll know that I did some savings challenges last year, and everything that was left over every week in my cash envelopes I transferred over to these different savings challenges. I'll leave a link below to the video where I count all of the money that I saved during the year by using this cash envelope system. I think you might be surprised by the total, because I definitely was. So that's the first way. If you use cash envelopes as your weekly expenses, that can save you so much money. And sometimes it's a bit more awkward as well. So again, because I'm not using my card, there's certain places, so I couldn't shop online in theory if I was using purely this. And so yeah, so the first way is to use it as your weekly budgeting system. Like I say, along with the budget planner, it's totally transformed how I spend my money, and that's a good thing. The second one is to use them for sinking funds. So again, if you follow my channel, and if you don't, now's the time to click that subscribe button. I use sinking funds as well in terms of my budget, but they're also in a cash envelope system setup. And I'll leave a link below to my sinking fund setup for this year. I've got quite a special one in there. If you follow me, you'll know that by now. But again, that's creating habits around saving money for the short term. So sinking funds are supposed to be there for the next 12 to 18 months, and sometimes they're a bit rolling, so they get replenished. Say you've got a birthdays one, for example, that might get emptied and then refilled and emptied. The whole point is that it's there to help you with your budget, especially if, like me, your budget is quite tight, and so I couldn't afford all of these just as one-offs. I have to kind of budget and prepare for them. Say the Christmas envelope is a key one for me in terms of being able to do as best as I can at that stage. But using them as sinking funds again helps you to save money, especially if you use targets in the process. I'll leave a link below to my Christmas sinking funds tracker that I've got. I use that to track my target for Christmas, because obviously I know when Christmas is, and I know roughly when I want that buy to be able to start buying Christmas presents that don't come out of my everyday budget, because they can't, because there's nothing there. And so it just helps to save money, but also it helps to motivate, because you know, when you can see that money starting to save, it's a good feeling, but also you're in control of your finances and you're preparing for that better financial future. And then finally, and I guess this is a new one recently for me, but it's something that I'm absolutely going to continue, and I've had lots of feedback about how amazing this is. You can also use them for these savings challenges. So I am now doing the £1 challenge, the £2 challenge, the £5 challenge, £10 challenge, £20 challenge and 52-week challenge. And all of those combined are going to hopefully save me quite a lot of money over the next 12 to 18 months, depends on how long it takes me to do them. So the £1 challenge, there's a tracker, and you, every time you save £1 you colour one in, £2 and so on. They're really straightforward. And it's supposed to make things fun, but also, again, if you've got them as cash envelopes, the actual visual representation of you saving actual money and seeing that grow is a really big motivator, and makes it feel more real, which is obviously helpful at this stage. I have been talking to my children about saving money, so they've got their own little envelope to kind of colour in, and we talk about it, and so they get used to the idea of saving money as well. Could be a really good thing to do with children. Maybe there could be like, I don't know, like a 20p one or a 50p one or whatever, so that you have children who are starting to see that, you know, to save money for things. It's something just to talk to them about, and they can see that as on, they can start to learn the process behind that. But savings challenges, again, are there for, I guess, how long it takes you to save for them. I'm saying 12 to 18 months, but actually the 52-week challenge works over a year, but some of those could take as long as you wanted, or as short time as you wanted. Depends how much cash you have lying around, I suppose. But in terms of using them to save money, those three different aspects of that are so easy to implement as strategies for your own budget and your own spending habits, but also having that motivating factor as well that helps you hopefully to save more, so that when you need the extra money you have it to hand, rather than having to use a credit card or your overdraft or worrying about it on a daily basis. I'll leave a link below to the binders that I use and the envelopes and the saving challenges all below, so if you want to try this system out, and I definitely recommend it. Like I say, this combined with my budget planner has transformed how I spend, but also what I think in terms of why I spend money and what kind of triggers that. And it's all a learning process, so some people might love this, some people might hate it. It's about finding what is right for you. So do you use cash envelopes to save money? How is it going for you? Let me know down in the comments below how you're getting on, as I love to hear from people. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.